No, I'm gonna have to,
Get off.
I'm gonna have dinner, and then I'm going to totally dive back into that dungeon crawler, and I'm gonna need concentration zone, because
how much
I'm playing on, listen, right now, it's on sale for $23, but it's PlayStation Vita only.
Of course it is, all the fun it is.
And I'm gonna say, it is hardcore. The difficulty is in another world. I was tempted to set the difficulty down to easy, but didn't.
It's on SMT level.
It's definitely harder than a fresh no knowledge run of Record Breaker.
Well, look at for an easy SMT game. That's a
I'd say, well, let's put it this way. My highest health character has about 1,000 health. If I set the difficulty down to normal, regular enemies are hitting for about 420.
That it?
Without using skills.
Keep in mind, I used to be a donor, go up fucking hilarious.
What?
I used to be a donor, go up to 420, hilarious to me all the time now.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
I play too. You like something too much range, what am I saying?
Fill your head!
You can get in a battle on there. Regular enemies. And before any of your characters can get a turn, half your party can be wiped by regular attacks.
Something's shooting at me, I don't know from where, and I don't like that. Oh, there you are, you little crap.
Actually, no, King. I know exactly what level it's on.
Nocturne?
King, the game's on Etrian Odyssey level.
Oh.
You know what I mean now?
Yeah, so it's very annoying.
But, good news, when you go back to town, you actually get fully healed for free.
Oh, that's nice. So it has some Neptunia in there too.
Well, it was made by Idea Factory and Compile Heart.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way: everything they got right, they really got right. But everything they got wrong, they couldn't have got wronger.
I'm trying to grind to level 30, not going anywhere, dude.
Especially with the usage of items. Only having one party member that can use consumable items gets old. Especially since that character has a far more important duty in battle than using items. But in Chapter 7, I get a remedy for that. I can get the level 4 Mary gun, which allows me to hit all party members with the corruption clearer, and put two buffs on each member of the party, and restore their MP in one turn.
Crazy haven't stopped by in like 3 weeks. He just stopped by and leaves the same message again.
But do you know what the problem is with that main character though?
That helps. That helps.
He has an ability to charge. He has to charge up the gun before firing it. Otherwise, it can knock him unconscious. And that's annoying.
Yeah, that's good game logic.
Guess what happens if he gets knocked unconscious twice before you get the second gun upgrade?
He dies.
He is completely KO'd. Enemies cannot target him, but if they do hit him, all it does is bleed out the gun's fuel tank, and he can keep charging it back up. You know. And you know what I mean when I say he can charge far faster than it bleeds out? But every time you use an action, it depletes every time you shoot the gun, it depletes the tank a bit. But there's one big problem with that.
god, those...
And that is the neutralizer shot. Because even with a full tank, do you know what the chances of him falling unconscious with a neutralizer shot is?
I'm gonna say pretty damn high.
Like 80%.
Me again?
But the neutralizer shot is the only way for a teammate to recover from Blood Skelter. And Blood Skelter, guess what that does to him?
Make them go faster.
They thought I was just after text.
No, they get 4 actions per turn, and you can't control them, and they can hit anyone, including themselves and allies.
Oh, you liked where I scattered you both? It's got lovely views.
So
of
it's
Pandora.
pretty much the massacre skill from the old Dragon Warrior
Still no
game.
sign of Eliza. I try not to think about my sweet sis dead in a Kragan nest.
Except it pops 4 times in a turn. You can see how that's bad, right?
Yeah, I can murder just about anyone or anything.
Oh, you should have seen one drop 4 AoE magics on my party and party wipe.
You should start.
It's like
Shadow, you should start
you
streaming.
know,
Do what I do, stream really cool moments.
if I could stream that game, I would, but I can't stream that game. No.
Time for justice!
Like, it's... Should I say it barely passes for the M?
Oh, that's just cold.
You know, no, I mean it barely passes for that M rating.
I love this part.
You know what I mean by that, right?
Yeah, failing you being not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am so not pursuing this area.
By the way, so do you know what the current objective on the chapter of the game I'm in is? Apparently, there's a giant golden hairball attacking people in the water park area. But when I say water park, I don't mean like a theme park. You know, like a park with a lot of water.
Yeah.
And I know who the giant golden hairball is.
I think I have a pretty good guess.
Oh yeah, her name starts with an R.
Yeah.
I know who it is.
Yeah, that'd be a bundle.
But hilarious. You know, at times the game gets really deep, which is totally uncharacteristic of that bubbly game developer. You know.
I guess sometimes they want to show that they can be.
Like Red talks about how she had to butcher one of the previous characters who went Blood Skelter because they don't stop berserking until they die.
Here it comes!
You know what I mean?
I'm having a sniper fight. I'm using a shotgun.
You know what I mean when I say when they do that, they just the berserk is too hard to stop.
Oh, that's a
And of course,
oh my god, that was hilarious. I'm so happy that's on camera. Sad,
and of course you can.
I wish you saw that. That guy just dropped to his death.
But there's one thing there is one thing I've noticed. As the game has progressed, I'm pretty sure the final boss. You know what I mean when I say I'm pretty sure the final boss I've met multiple times.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it's like the professor in the main base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you're in the dungeon, they're talking about mimicry, and there are a bunch of eyeballs on the walls, right? What do you think? What do you think those eyeballs embedded into the walls are mimicking?
I'm not done.
Someone watching you.
There's security cameras.
No freaking
And
ammo!
there's a point in chapter 3 where you can get screwed because you receive a message that says he's out, now's the time to find him. And if you choose to investigate the laboratory, you find a room with a bunch of computer monitors showing various areas in the dungeon. And then later you figure out that the eyes are the security cameras. You know?
That's not really all.
And then when you find the one,
You're gonna
nightmare that's not absolutely slaughtering everyone it sees, do you know what you're told?
Don't fight it.
No, you're told, well, that's the one area that doesn't have an eyeball. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
And it's become to the point, that's the only boss that I felt bad for killing, and that was Hansel. You know?
Yeah.
I actually felt bad for killing him. Because, do you know what his last words were?
Why?
No, his last words were, "Her don't kill."
What? That's
So you can kind of translate that, right?
Yeah. I'm sad because he's dead. Whoa, chill out there,
And
buddy.
it's like, oh.
May have fucked a portal.
From what I understand, I'm not too far away from being able to fight the optional super boss. Apparently the optional super boss can be fought in chapter 7. But everyone I've talked to is like, if you're playing on normal, you want to be around level 50, and if you're playing on hard, you want to be around level 60. And even then, it's not going to be easy because you can't use standard tactics. The boss hits every member of your party with every attack. You know?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Never was good with direction.
Oh, do you know what that reminds me of? Oh, do you know what that reminds me of, King?
I have to tell you, remember I have to get
This was a video on YouTube. These 5 YouTubers were playing Black Ops 2, right?
Yeah.
And one of them watches a kill cam and he starts flipping and everyone's like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Oh no, this is going to be the kill cam at the end of all this. Watch this." And he like does a bullshit headshot around the corner, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he would have had to have known the head was going to be there to scope in right perfectly there and box.
I'm gonna die because I can't see the enemy.
And so they accuse the guy of hacking, right? He goes like, he goes 23-0 in a game of Search and Destroy. You don't do that, dude. Or no, sorry, he goes 23-1. And you know what his only death was? His only death was he C4'd himself on accident.
That'll stop me!
Fucking turn.
But so they're giving him shit in the in the pregame lobby after that.
Yeah.
And they call him a hacker, and they keep calling him a hacker. And then that guy doesn't get a kill the rest of the video. And do you know what? And he says he's like, "I changed my controller just for you." Or he backs out and he joins back in, and then he's like, "You can't prove I'm hacking." And then at the end of the video, do you know what they did?
Prove you're hacking?
They went to the good old COD TV.
Yo, hard times, chill.
Do you know what it shows at the very beginning of the match?
And hacking?
They spectated him, and at the top of the screen it said, "Welcome to Big Jiggy Hacks menu."
Yeah!
And they watched the entire video, the entire game from his point of view, and he was like, he was like automatically locking onto people, and his hipfire crosshair was tracking him through walls. You know?
Yeah.
But it was so funny seeing that guy not get a single kill the rest of the game and be made fun of so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so... Turret's gone now. That's good. I was 2 hours away on Friday. Well, just missed it. If I get to come home already on Friday, either way. So personally, I don't really give a fuck if I go or not. It's either way. I get to come home early and record. You know, for yourself decent gaming channel. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck to go. Over here.
Yeah, there are a few things I need to do on that game, like figure out what the... Like, I'm gonna go into the next area, and I'm gonna find what the lowest level enemy in that area is.
I can make that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I swear to.
And I'm going to look at it, and I'm gonna assess and see how much grinding I need to do.
Why do people hate on this game, though?
You know what the game does that makes it super annoying? So the main character, if you pull all, like, you're running basically a 6-character party, even though only 5 directly take part in battle. No matter what you do, it's like I was running a 1-character combat party, and it's like, you get 18,000 experience from this? Or no, you get 1,800 experience for this? Nope, each character gets about 900. You know, it does that perfectly, splitting the XP so that everyone lags behind really hardcore. Compared to what you think they should. You know what I mean? That is the most annoying part.
Here's the annoying part of this game. Not knowing where the fuck to go. How do I get to the Pandora area? I mean, I can't go there because there's like 800 fucking died there anyway. Regardless of that fact.
What I need to do is get my combat parties, the party I'm using for a combat party leveled up. Because do you know what they do that's even more disgusting? Each character at every level that ends in a 0 gets a class change token. Meaning, you can only class change when you have a class change token. And you get one every 10 levels.
What's the max level?
99. But you can do something called Blood evolution. You can, which, when you reach a level above 80, you can spend 88 of every crystal to lower your level by 80. Now, your stats go down quite a bit, but they don't go down all the way. And you keep all your skill points. So, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. I need to cross this bridge without dying this time.
But your stats go up to a limit. If you've ever heard of, it's pretty much the crowning system from Dungeon Travelers is what it is.
Oh, okay. I've heard of the game. I haven't played it. Is it good?
Have you heard of the crowning system?
Yeah. People say it was bad.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Dungeon Travelers 2 is a really fun one. The first one's pretty bad though.
Finally.
The Dungeon Travelers 2 is a PS Vita only. And do you know what it has a big DLC pack for? You want the 22 character DLC pack. Because it comes with 22 party members, you know?
Yeah.
And guess what they all are?
Weak on motherfuckers.
They're, it's like the entire cast of Two Hearts. Do you think I'm kidding about this?
No.
You get like the entire cast of Two Hearts. The best maid is President Marion. The best Valkyrie is Sasara. And like you'll find that two of the best people. Really, I think the best witch is also Lou. So you know, like some of the people who are the best at their specific classes are in the DLC pack. And do you know why characters can be classified as best in that game?
Because of their skill.
Because everyone at level 10 gains a skill that only they have, their unique skill. And lose is have a chance to cast the same spell again for no cost. So she makes a good spell cast, right?
Theoretically, yeah.
Marion's is have a chance that when you take your turn, have a chance that there'll be 0 delay before her next turn. So 2 turns in a row at no cost. And which technically allows her to be the best of some classes.
One kill.
Hate when I die.
And Sasara is the best Valkyrie, hands down, because of her. Because hers, Valkyrie has to have a shield equipped to use half of its skills, and she gets bonus defense with a shield equipped. You know, even tankier.
And the best fucking top ever.
I didn't sign up for this, damn it!
Now I'm just going through murder.
Some of the other,
I remember the top
characters
under level. They barely. I mean, they do good damage to me, but I'm just murdering their faces.
Can you finally use that glitch launcher?
I'm 2 levels below it. That's why I came here to level up.
Really? Do you know what I wanted on the glitch launcher I got?
Bring in the law.
I wanted like a full Vladoff spread for mag size, you know? And I wanted 0040 to be the code, you know?
Oh yeah, you guys are not gonna get me anytime to reload my shotgun, are you? When in doubt, just gravity bomb out. So this is going up and down. Fucking weird. They're still doing it trying to shoot me and they can't shoot me because they're too busy going up and down.
Here it comes.
So hilariously,
oh, they're going up and down. But they're still catching on fire, so. The amount of fucks that are being given, or 1?